Okay, he didn't score, but bloody hell. Neymar's first touch was a nutmeg. The kid can't help himself. His second intervention was a driving run at the Serbia defense, red shirts melting into each other as he skipped past. 2 minutes in and we were already aghast. As the singer once sang, it was all yellow, look at the stars, see how they shine for you. It doesn't matter how many times you witness the tricks, when you are sat close enough to smell the dubbin on his boots, the synapses never tire of spinning dizzying impressions of Neymar back and forth around your head. The speed, the athleticism, the bravery and the balls-out audacity make you wonder why anyone else bothers to play the game. The Spartak Stadium was flush with shirts the color of the sun. How many spoke Portuguese? Who knows? Who cares? Neymar and Brazil had come to town for the first time in this World Cup, and Moscow was plugged in. We are all fans of the Selecao, of course we are, compelled to love a team that loves a dribble, curls them in, dares to risk. Sure, but this is not the best iteration we have seen, but in Neymar they have a sherbet who would fizz in any Brazilian 11. We have seen too little of him in Russia. The foot injury he brought with him clearly hampering his start, but he was back at it here, his golden mane trimmed neatly for the occasion. A point would have been enough to see Brazil through. With the win they put the icing on Group E organization and containment fit on the break. That was so obviously Serbia's goal in the hope that they might squeeze Brazilian pips sufficiently to force an error and nick the win that would take them through. Neymar is slowly beginning to weave his magic for Brazil. Getty, there was always hope in a Brazil rearguard hastily reconfigured. After losing right back Danilo 24 hours before kickoff, Marcelo limped miserably out of the match after 10 minutes and maybe out of the tournament. Replacement Felipe Luis would just have to do. Yellow juice. Though Neymar is the obvious funnel through which the yellow juice flows most readily, such is the attention he receives, at least 2, often 3 opponents within kissing distance, the ball shifts quickly to other parts. Philippe Coutinho and Gabriel Jesus are frequently first receivers, not the worst understudies this stage has seen. And so it was that Coutinho picked out the advancing Paulino, hitherto a minder of more polished jewels, with a very Brazilian pass, all pace and bend, leaving the Barcelona henchman needing only to toe poke it past the overmatched Vladimir Stoichkov to ease Brazil ahead. Paulino is the other side of the Brazilian proposition, the part none would chose to play but without whom the flowers elsewhere would not grow. Other willing shovels like Casemiro, Miranda and substitute Fernandinho also spread their share of grit. There's a visceral quality about Brazil, a belly that can never be sated, born of privations the first world will never know. This is understood in neighborhoods the size of small towns that live under corrugated roofs and pirate electricity off the national grid when the cops aren't looking. Handful. This heightened survival instinct comes in handy when you have to dog it out. And yes, even Brazil have to do that. Nothing is given in this game and Serbia are a handful when their dander is up, as it was for a 10-minute spell in the second half, which saw Brazil penned in and properly stretched. The spell was broken with 20 minutes to go, Thiago Silva rising to meet Neymar's corner and plant the ball in the back of the net. The yellow shirts did not pile one upon another over him. Instead he led them to the corner flag to commune with the golden child who curled the ball so perfectly on his napper. In their artistry and in their refusal to bend, in their capacity to mix muck and brass, Brazil set a chilling standard here, one that their rivals will have to match if they are to deny them a 6th carnival on World Cup Sunday. More on the World Cup. The new James Rodriguez? Irving Lozano emerges as frontrunner for the World Cup breakthrough act. World Cup fun won't stop just because England are getting started. Diego Maradona responds to claim he made clearly racist gesture at South Korea fans.